Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well and having a lovely day, and welcome to the very last holiday vlog, which is so sad. So today is our last full day here in Fuerteventura, and then we go home tomorrow evening. So we've got most of the day here tomorrow, but like today's our last like complete day here, like full day here. So we've just had breakfast. It's now like 10 AM and I have just put loads of sun cream on because me and mum are about to go on a hike. So my dad doesn't want to come because he finds it like very warm, so he's like fine relaxing in the sun, but like he doesn't want to do a hike in the sun, which is kind of understandable. But me and mum are gonna do it because it's very breezy here, and like we don't find it too warm at all. So we're gonna do this hike that is quite near our hotel, and apparently the sign says it takes 3.5 hours to hike, but I've read in the reviews that lots of people have done it in like 1.5 hours or 2 hours, so we will see. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and as always you probably won't be able to hear anything when we're outside because it'll be so windy, and especially because we'll be hiking like up high in the hills. It's gonna be even windier, so as usual I'll probably just film clips and put music over it. But yeah, I am looking forward to it. I actually need to change my shoes because right now I have flip-flops on, which I do not want to hike in flip-flops. So I'm gonna change my shoes and then we are gonna head off on our hike. Yeah, it should be fun. Okay, I'm going to quickly try and vlog before it gets so windy that you can't hear me. But we are now just walking to the start of our hike. My dad's actually decided that he's going to come because we're only here once, you know, so he's going to try and see like if he can do it or do as much as he can. Also, mum lost her hat, so she's now wearing my other hat. Thankfully I took two with me. I don't know where she put it. She must have lost it last night before dinner, I think. Must have blown away. I don't know how none of us noticed though.
Annoying.
But at least you got that one.
I think I must have taken it off.
Hot chocolate and coffee, I think so.
We were inside, I must have thought I'll take it off.
Yeah. I can't believe none of us noticed though. Well, to be fair, your hat blew off earlier yesterday morning and hit a guy in the face. That was really funny. Me and
the poor girl was on the hot smash.
Yeah, that poor guy.
Oh.
Me and Dad were just in the pool and we saw mum's hat go flying off and hit him in the face.
Oh.
And then mum's crisp blew out of her hand, almost hit him as well. My sun cream almost hit him as well.
It's the wind.
No wonder he moved. Before we go any further, I know I'm probably going to get a lot of questions of people asking what is on my teeth. So it's actually dirt, just because it was so windy and dirt literally got everywhere. Like I knew it was all over my skin and it was like stuck to my arms and my armpits. You might see that as well. It was like stuck to my legs and my face, but I didn't realise it was in my teeth. But the funny thing was is that my mum did realise and she didn't tell me, but it was actually because, bless her, she didn't want to hurt my feelings because she didn't know that it was dirt and she thought that, I don't know, that I just drank too much fizzy juice or something like that. But yeah, I thought I would just point it out because it's literally in all of the clips and I feel really embarrassed and self-conscious about it. But I just want to post it anyways because these video clips are about the memories, not what I look like. So yes, I have brown stuff in my teeth, but it is dirt. Mum, smile. It doesn't look like we walked anywhere, it just looks flat.
You've definitely walked somewhere.
Woo! Holy crap! Woo.
Oh, I'll be falling asleep at the pool.
Same. Oh, the wind stopped now. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I don't know how long we've been walking for, but it's not been too bad.
No.
I think we're only starting to get out of breath now. I mean, there was people that started way after us and they overtook
They're
us.
used to it, though. They look like they've got backpacks and everything, they're marching away.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot.
Exactly. We're a man down, we lost my dad. Not like lost him, he decided to go back.
Oh, that's so cool.
We're the anchors of the family. I think my camera's steaming up here. Get in, Mum. On the way back down, it wasn't as foggy and misty, so it was actually a lot cleaner, and we managed to see loads of goats, which I'm so happy about because we did see a few on our way up the mountain, but it wasn't until on the way down at this moment until we saw like loads of them together, and it was really cool. I'll talk to you guys properly when we get back into the hotel because you probably won't be able to hear me, which is why I'm trying to shout because it'll be windy. But oh my god. I don't even know what to say. We're dying, guys. We're dying. 5 hours later, well, more than 5 hours because that's when I last looked at my clock. We're almost back at the hotel because we made it back to proper land. So now we just need to walk to our hotel, which is there. Look how sunburned I am.
You're covered in dirt off the place.
I'm not. That's because I fell. Mum got injured. Mum's got a cut. It was crazy, guys.
How anyone can say that is easy, I do not know, honestly. The rocks to get to the top part
Of that mountain.
I fell right down on one of them and
It was so dangerous.
cut my arm.
Yeah.
I was crying a little bit because I hurt my foot.
It was definitely dangerous, not for beginners.
Oh.
It was scary, gravelly, rocky,
so
steep.
so slidey.
The
coming
wind
down.
knocked us over.
It was the wind that pushed me, and then I slipped. My shoe just went right under. But then I nearly slipped about another 20 times
Or more.
coming
Oh,
back.
when Mum fell, my face, my heart just sunk. I thought she was gonna have a broken foot or something. So
I got
we're very lucky.
pain that just went in it. Yeah, as soon as I
mean,
knew I
it
could
looks
stand
sore
it,
though.
and I was like, don't complain, it's fine, just keep going.
Mum's a warrior. Mum is honestly
It's my
incredible.
knees.
She kept me going. I wanted to give up when like it was so hard. It was
We
so.
had 1 kilometre to go, and Lucille was like, well, we turn back now. And I was like,
Honestly.
oh my heck, we've come this far, we have to do it, we have to push ourselves.
It's so hard to explain, but it was so foggy. It was raining. We were actually up in the
Up in
clouds. Couldn't
the
see
rain
anything.
was just
The rocks were like
Holding on, yeah.
steep, and the wind was just knocking us over.
the people that
We're
passed
crying.
us, oh, they must have thought we were in sun hat and glasses. You need the glasses for the sun in your eyes, the
Yeah.
dirt. The hat I need because I get sore ears if the wind, and the wind was that bad, it was just so painful.
Sore.
And then thankfully there's 2 lovely men on the way, they passed us on the way there, they were walking in their proper boots and everything on, and when they came down the rocks, they said water to us, and one of them gave us a bottle of water and the other one gave
Or
us
else we wouldn't have made it.
Fanta.
We were out of water before we reached the top.
We
Well,
had
drinks.
about that much before we reached the top.
So we are now back at the hotel. I cannot believe we made it back. Honestly, when we describe the story, it honestly doesn't sound as bad as it was, but like it was a really difficult hike, just because the gravel that you had to walk on was so slippy and the wind literally blew us over, so we're just constantly falling over. And bless my mum, she's literally got a cut on her arm, like it was bleeding, but I'm so glad like she didn't break her ankle or something like that, but like a cut is bad enough. It was really tough, but it was also a really cool experience. We got to see loads of goats, which was really cool. We also saw a lizard, so we saw everything that we wanted to see, but it was really tough. Like it took us like just over 3 hours to get up, and when we got to the top it was just cloud. There was like, we could feel rain just coming from the clouds, and it was just so windy and just so steep and like really quite dangerous. And it was really tough. Like we've come back and just our body is aching, especially mum, because she's obviously injured herself. So yeah, from the reviews I read, loads of people were like, oh, it's such an easy hike, like it just takes you like an hour and a half or 2 hours to get up. I honestly don't know who's writing that, like they must be very experienced climbers, but it definitely was tough. Yeah, but I'm so glad we did it. It was actually really cool, like now that we've done it, but it was really tough. And I don't know if you guys heard us, because obviously I was talking when we were outside and it was windy, but I'm so glad that we came across those lovely men, because we just were not prepared for that hike. We did not realise how hard it was going to be and how long it was going to be, so that's our own fault for not like researching further. So we literally just took one bottle of juice each, and we had finished that before we even got to the top, and luckily we passed those men and they didn't speak much English, but they said like water, and we were like, yes please. And then they had loads of like water in their bag, because obviously they were prepared, and they gave mum a bottle of sparkling water and me a bottle of Fanta. Oh my gosh, I was so grateful. Like they literally saved our lives, and that's what like gave us energy to get up. And then like we finished that juice as well, like that was us just taking little sips, trying to like ration it. So you probably need more than 2 bottles each, and we only went up there with 1, which was crazy. But anyways, we're back now. We missed lunch at the restaurant, but we managed to go to the snack bar here at the hotel, and they do like pizza and chips and burgers and hot dogs, basically lunch stuff. So we just grabbed something to eat, and I've just got changed because I was filthy. Like all of the dirt had like stuck to me, and it's really weird. I came back, my armpits were black, my arms were black, just like all the dirt had stuck to my sun cream. Like my chest was black. I don't know, it was just gross. But anyways, I've just like quickly had a body shower and washed that off, and now I've got changed. I've got this really random outfit on that does not look right together, but it's the only clothes I have left, and I'm so tired. I just cannot wait to get to the pool and just relax. I've got these shorts on, and then just this little cover up over my bikini. Let's go relax. I want to see if I can open my eyes underwater. So we've now freshened up and we're looking better, just not feeling better. I feel so tired. But anyway, sadly tonight is our last night, which I'm so sad about. So I got my last ever dinner here, which I am so sad about. I got steak and chips and then like this veg. Yummy, I cannot wait to eat this. But yeah, like I said, I'm just gutted that this is our last night because we've had the best time ever, and especially after a hike we need another week to recover, so we could have done with another week's holiday. I know.
Worth it for next time we ever go anywhere.
Yeah, worth it to see the lizards and goats.
It was lovely. And the baby goats were so cute.
They were. Exactly.
Weren't they? I couldn't believe it when we saw what goats.
We saw so many of them, it was incredible. I'm looking forward to dessert. Like, oh
yes.
Seen all those cakes. I got so much. That cake on its own would have been enough. Woohoo! So it is now the next day, which means it's the day that we leave, which is so sad. We've all just had our very last breakfast here, and we were all just saying how quick this week has gone, and it really does not feel like a week at all. And we could honestly, well, we could stay here for ever more, but it would be nice to have like another couple of days at least. Especially with Mum and I doing that hike yesterday, I feel like we needed a couple of days after it to relax. Also, we just realised that, like, we googled it, the mountain that we hiked yesterday was actually the tallest mountain in Fuerteventura, so that's a really cool thing to be able to say, so I'm really glad that we did it. But anyways, I have just put loads of sun cream on, which is why I look all sweaty and gross, and I have just packed all of my stuff away. But I've been like really stupid because this whole time I've just been like buying anything that I see that I like, and I've just been like, oh well, I'm here once, like if I see something I might as well buy it. Which is really good for me actually, because I never normally buy much for myself, but I just thought, like, whilst I'm here, if I see stuff that I really like, there's no point in leaving it and then me getting home and being like, oh, I wish I'd bought that, because it's obviously very far away for me to travel back to Fuerteventura to go buy something that I wanted to. So that's the sort of like mindset that I've had, but I kind of forgot that I'd have to fit it all back into my suitcase, so I've literally just had a nightmare trying to fit everything into my suitcase. It's really difficult. Because if you guys remember, I just took a little cabin carry-on suitcase because I gave Mum my huge suitcase to take with her because she doesn't have her own suitcase. So I've literally got all my clothes in this section, and then like I've got loads of shoes, bags, all my toiletries here. And then I've also got this huge bag, which I'm going to take out with me today because we need to check out soon, but we're going to stay here till the evening. So I've got like my sun cream and like my money and stuff like that, and stuff that I'm going to be using today, like my book and things like that. But then I'm also going to have to try and fit that in there as well once I'm done, and I don't know how it's going to work. And then I've also got my carry-on bag, which is filled with all of the stuff that I've bought, because obviously I don't want to lose the like souvenirs and stuff that I just bought, and some of them are breakable, so I kind of want them in my hand luggage, and that is absolutely jam-packed as well. So yeah, I'm not too sure how I'm going to fit it all in, but I will make it work, and let's just hope that my suitcase closes. But yeah, we're going to go and check out soon, and then I think we're going to go for a little wander because there's something my dad saw that he wanted to buy in one of the shops, and I think something my mum saw that she also wanted to buy in the shop, so we'll go for another walk along the beach, and then I think we're gonna go and buy some more nuts to go and feed the chipmunks, because that was like one of our favourite things, and also just use up all the change that we have left. We can just buy loads of nuts, and then like it won't go to waste, and it'll feed the chipmunks, which is like just so much fun to see them eat, like to just see them take it out of your hand. It's just so cute. So we've just come out for a wander, and I think today is the hottest day yet, and it had to be on the day that we leave because it's actually so nice. We just came for a wander to another couple of shops because there's a couple of things that we wanted to get. I just bought 2 more hats. I don't even know why, but they were just really cute. There's this really cool shop that I really like. What was it called? Ale Hop or something? The shop with all the hats. I love it. It's such a cute shop. Something like that. But isn't today roasting, Mum?
Very hot today, isn't it?
This is the kind of weather I like. There's actually like no wind for the first time.
I know.
It's so nice. I don't want to go home. We've literally got like 5 hours left here.
Hot, so.
Yeah, it's a bit too hot for Dad. But Mum, I'm so impressed with how you've been coped with the heat for this being your first time abroad.
I am as
You can
well,
go anywhere
actually.
now. I've got a travel buddy now.
I mean, I'm
Yay.
walking today and I feel like death after that. Climbing that we're
Yeah, but
not
that's understandable.
But I'm still managing
I'm
to
impressed.
move my legs in this heat.
I was wondering who I took after with liking the heat, because it's not Dad and it must be you, man.
I just, well, Granny used to love the heat.
Ah.
Oh yeah, she loved it, yeah.
There we go then.
But we used to sit out on the doorstep, the two of us.
Oh, I actually remember
in the
that.
garden.
I remember that actually.
Yeah, and then she'd have a wee deck chairs out the back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes
My
sense.
dad
then.
loves the heat too much.
Yeah, actually I remember him always sitting on the
Honestly,
doorstep.
Yeah.
Ah,
I
it's
don't
just the
mind
best.
it. I don't know if I could handle like
No, do you know what?
like
I think
very hot.
I think it's different at home, because sometimes you find it too
quite
hot at home,
stuffy.
but here, like,
But I'm not dressed appropriately.
exactly.
That's why. Now we've got nice summer clothes, so I might
Yeah.
be dressed appropriately.
Always before I came abroad, people have said, oh, the heat abroad is different to at home, and it is, because
Yeah.
you've also got the pool, and like, it's just different. You're always dressed appropriately as well.
And you're not doing everything that you do at home.
Yeah,
and
exactly. You
it's
can just
exhausting.
relax or
It's
climb
not in a
mountains.
hot kitchen in this heat.
Yeah, that's true. But anyways, we're gonna probably head back and, well, we're gonna feed the chipmunks first. Then we're gonna go back and get lunch at the hotel.
And then
Probably
just relax,
sunbathe before we leave.
Try and
Read a book.
let my legs rest.
Yeah, for a relaxing holiday we've done a lot,
I know.
to be fair. So we fed the chipmunks nuts as we said we were going to, and then it was so sad because after we had fed them all of the nuts that we had bought, they just kept coming over to us, just like wanting more, and it was so sad because I didn't want to leave them, and I happily would have stayed literally all day to feed them if I didn't have to leave and I didn't have a flight to catch, because honestly they are so cute and friendly, and yeah, they just literally came up and one of them even sat on my mum's shoe. It was literally just waiting to be fed, and it was so sad because we'd fed them all the nuts we had and we didn't have any more left. We just got our last lunch. It looks really nice.
Where did you do that?
In the corner.
No, we're
Rice, potatoes, green beans. Okay, so it's many hours later. It's now, what's the time? Like 8 o'clock. Oh, there's a clock right in front of me. Okay,
Sorry,
it's now 8:10, and our flight is supposed to be at, what's it? 9:15. But apparently, like when we got off the transfer, they said that it was delayed by like an hour and a half. Was it? Yeah, more. I don't know. Maybe more than that. But then when we got here, it literally doesn't say anything about being delayed, so we're a little bit confused. But anyways, we're here in plenty of time. I've got my fan. Look how nice this is that I bought. Because it's quite warm here. What are you laughing at? It's so pretty, my fan. I love it.
Gorgeous.
I'm glad I'm getting to use it before I go. But we really enjoyed sunbathing before we left because it was the hottest day that had been so far, and it was like, oh, perfect weather. I just want to stay. But anyways, we filled ourselves up with food before we got on our transfer, and now we're here for many hours probably. But thankfully we've got our books. Mum's determined to finish her book, and I haven't even read one book this holiday, which is mad. I'm still on this, but I'm like maybe more than halfway through. But it's because we've been busy like doing other things. When I came on my solo holiday last year, I read 2 or 3 books, I think, but I've not really read much this holiday. So, but I'll probably get a good chunk through it just now. But yeah, it's been a good holiday. Just sad to be going home. Sad times. So I think the last time I vlogged was when we were in Fuerteventura airport, and I told you guys that our flight was delayed by like an hour or 2. So like obviously it couldn't be helped or anything. And I actually think like they did well, because I think it was supposed to be like a 2-hour delay and it ended up only being like a 1.5 hour delay. So that was absolutely fine. But then we got to Edinburgh airport, like we landed at about 10 to 3, and we were standing around for hours waiting for our luggage, and there turned out to be like this huge delay with our luggage, because I think the people that like, you know, they drive those little carts that bring your luggage from the airplane over to where they put it on the like conveyor belt. All those people had finished their shift because our flight had been delayed, and so there was no one there to give us our luggage basically. So yeah, we were all literally just standing there for hours, and like no one knew when we were going to get our luggage. So I think like the staff started to say like, if you want you can go home and then come back for your luggage another day, but like that would probably be okay if you lived in Edinburgh or like lived quite near the airport, but we had at least like another 3.5 hour drive home, so we couldn't just drive home for 3.5 hours and then drive back the next day to get our luggage. So that kind of wasn't an option for us. So the only like thing we could do was wait, and like I didn't mind, to be fair. Like it was like annoying you know, when you're just like really tired, and after you land you just want to get home, and I just knew that we had this big long drive ahead of us because we'd literally been traveling for hours and hours and hours at this point. So yeah, I kind of just wanted to get home, but I also like, I know that these sort of things happen, so I didn't really mind. But I was more worried about like my mum and my dad, because my mum was feeling sick because like of travel sickness and just like not having had any sleep, and like she was sore from just like standing so long. And then I also felt really bad for my dad because my dad was exhausted, and he was the one that had to drive us back home after we got our luggage, so he kind of just wanted to get our luggage and go, but we had to wait and wait and wait. So it ended up we got our luggage at about 5:30 in the morning. So like bearing in mind our flight was supposed to arrive at, I think was it 1:45 or something, and then to only get our luggage at 5:30, it was a bit of a nightmare. But I mean, there's nothing you can really do, is there? But yeah, my dad drove us back home after we got our luggage, and I got back here at 9 AM this morning. So we had been traveling since 5 PM the previous day. Like 5 PM is when we got our transfer from our hotel to the airport, and then at 9 AM the next day I got home. So it was a long journey, but to be honest, like I'm so grateful for the holiday and just really enjoyed that. So I was just like, oh well, it is what it is sort of thing. But no, I did feel bad for my parents, it being their first sort of experience. But oh well, we got our luggage in the end and we got home safely, so that's the main thing. But I just thought I would update you guys because I literally didn't vlog anything because it was just like, we were so tired and just it was a bit stressful. But anyways, like I said, I am back home now, and as soon as I got in I went to bed at 9 AM and then I slept for like 3 hours till 12, so I actually feel quite awake for only having 3 hours sleep. But no, that's kind of all I needed, to be honest. But I thought I would quickly show you guys everything that I got whilst I was in Fuerteventura, because I think it's the place, I mean, the most things I bought from a place that I visited, just because I absolutely loved everything. So yeah, I thought I would quickly just run through it with you guys. So the first thing you saw was just this waterproof phone cover, and I used that for our boat trip that we went on, which I'm so glad I bought, because if not my phone would have been really damaged and probably wouldn't work anymore. So that was really handy. I got that from a shop called, what was it called? Oh, Ale Hop. That was one of my favourite shops that we went to, was called Ale Hop. So I bought a lot of stuff from that actually. So I bought that phone case, then I bought this hat, another bucket hat because I love them, and this one has a little flower on it and it's like this camel sort of print. It's really nice, and this was only €6 I think, which I thought was really good. Like it was a reasonably priced shop. And then I got this little to-do list which says believe in magic, and then it's got like moons and stars on it, and then every page is just like a little to-do list for you to fill in. I just love to-do lists, so of course I had to get that. And then I got myself the cutest little bag. I just fell in love with this when I saw it. Like I said, this was just such a nice shop. It reminded me of like Flying Tiger, because it just had like loads of like random cool things. So yeah, I got this bag, which I think is the cutest thing, and I just thought it would be a good size for whenever I just want to bring my phone, or just like, I don't know, just something little. Like sometimes I just don't need a big bag, and this is just quite handy to have. But I really like the design of it because it's got this dream catcher on it, which is really cute, and then it's like that nice sort of like material that you get on like beach hats and stuff. I just thought it looked quite summery and beachy. By the way, please ignore my hair. I haven't straightened it or anything today, so please ignore that. But yeah, I love that. I think that was like 10 euros, I'm not too sure, but like I say, it wasn't an expensive shop at all. And then I got myself a cap, and I never wear caps. I really hope this is going to suit me, but I just loved it because I really like the colour. It's navy, and then it's got like this little planet on it, so it's space themed, so I thought I needed to get that. And I think that was like 6 euros as well, which I think is really good. And then the last thing that I got from Ale Hop was this little bracelet. I've seen this kind of bracelet, oh, is it going to focus? I think it's focusing. I've seen this kind of bracelet like all over Fuerteventura, and I just think they're really pretty. They're basically just really nice beads. I love like all the colours and like patterns on them, on this like elasticated bit of string, I guess. And I just thought they were really cool. There were so many different colours, but this one I liked the best, and I think that was 3 euros. So that's everything that I got from Ale Hop. And then we went to another cool shop called Koala Bay, and I got myself another bracelet. This one is sort of the same idea, but kind of different. Obviously different coloured beads, and then it's got these little love heart charms as well. Again, I just really like it. It's so like colourful and just really pretty. I really like that. So that was $5.99. And then I got a keyring for myself, if it wants to focus. It's just this little dream catcher, and then it has Fuerteventura written on it in that little circular bit. And then I actually got Michael a keyring as well, because he loves penguins. So when I saw this one, I just knew I had to get that for him. So it's got the penguin, and then Fuerteventura is also written there. So I got that for Michael. Then I got this from Mango, was it? Yeah, Mango. It's this really nice beige sort of denim jacket, but what I really liked about it was the what would you even call that? It's just got like frilling, I guess that's what you call it, like on the sleeves and all up the side here, like the collar as well, on the back. Fringing, is that what you call it? Yeah, I think so. And I just thought that was really, really cool. It's got fringing on the pockets as well, and I just really fell in love with that. I think that was 40 euros, which again, I don't think is too bad, because that's probably what you'd pay here for it anyways. But yeah, I just really like that. I'd not seen anything like that before, so I treated myself to that. And then another really cool shop that my mum and I liked was called Salt and Pepper, I think that's what it was called, and I got the most beautiful bag from there, and I was so delighted with this. I just love all of the patterns, like it's just very me, and again it's got like the fringing. I just love it. All of the colours are so bright, it's just nice and colourful and like summery, and basically the perfect beach bag. So I am so excited to start using that. And I thought this was really reasonably priced, because I think it was like 25 euros, and I'd actually seen it in like one of the more like market-y stalls before, and they were asking for I think 45 or maybe 50 euros for it, and I really liked it, and I was like swithering whether I should buy it or not, but I just thought it was a bit too much, but I probably would have gone back for it. So I'm so glad that I went to Salt and Pepper and it was there for 25 euros. So it's always good to like shop around and see. But yeah, I'm delighted with that bag. I absolutely love it. And then everything else was just sort of from like little touristy shops and stalls, the sort of place where you have to like, what do you call it? I think in when I was in Morocco, you called it barter. So you have to like, they'll tell you a price and you have to like negotiate and like, not bid, but you know what I mean? Like for me, I much prefer going into the shops like Salt and Pepper, where there's a price tag and it tells you how much it is, because I hate like bargaining and anything like that. I just don't like it. If someone tells me a price, I will either say like yes or no. I don't like bargaining, but I know that that's like very common in countries, in like other countries, and that's when I was in Morocco, that's what it was. Like, you had to try and get them down to a lower price, but I personally hate it. I think it's because I'm really shy and I just don't like doing that, and I just find it really awkward. But my dad was actually really good at it, so it was handy to have my dad around, because, for example, this next thing, this gorgeous bag, I fell in love with it. You might be wondering why I bought so many bags, but I don't know, I just saw so many bags that I liked. But this one, I fell in love with it as soon as I saw it, because it is very me, just like all of the patterns and stuff. And the guy that worked in the shop or stall or whatever you want to call it asked for 40 euros, and then my dad managed to get it down to 20 euros, which was really good because I really wanted it. And what's going on with my hair, and I really love it. I think it is the cutest thing ever, and I don't have any handbags this sort of size, and I used it every night after I bought it to go down to dinner in the hotel, and it was just so handy to have, and it went with like all of my holiday outfits. I just love it so much. But yeah, the whole like bargaining thing I'm not good at all, but my dad was. But I just find it awkward. Let me know if you guys are the same, because I personally just I don't know why I find it so awkward. My mum's the same, but I think it's just because we're quite shy people. Then from another like random touristy shop, I got this gorgeous bowl which has this lovely design in the middle. I just thought that was really cool, and it's just like oddly shaped. I think it's like made of a coconut. I don't really know, it looks like a coconut for sure, but you guys know me, I love my like random odd bowls. I just think they're so beautiful, so I'm so glad I got that. And then I also got myself some postcards, but I don't know where I've put them, but I'll show you them in another vlog because I'll be popping them in my scrapbook. But I always like to get a postcard to put in my scrapbook. And as always, I got me and Michael a magnet for our fridge, because I like to have a magnet for every place that I go. So I got this one, and it's like made with sand, so this is the shape of Fuerteventura Island, so I just thought that was really nice, so I got that for our fridge. Then I got a fan, which I think I showed you earlier in the vlog because I was using it at the airport, but I just thought this was really nice. I love their fans, I think they're really beautiful. So yeah, I used that at the airport, but I just kind of wanted it for show really, just because I really think they're pretty. Or like maybe when I go abroad again, I'll try and remember to take this with me. But yeah, I love that. I can't remember the prices of any of those sort of things. And then, oh yeah, the last thing that I got was another thing for Michael. I knew that he really wanted one of these because he loves cooking, and I have noticed like whenever he's cooking he just leans like a spoon on the counter or like on kitchen roll or something, and he's always been saying I really want one of those things to like rest your spoon in. So as soon as I saw this, I knew I needed to get it for him. So they come in loads of different colours and designs, but I know that Michael loves like yellows, oranges and reds, so I got this one for him, and it says Fuerteventura on it, and then it's just really pretty. I love that. Yeah, there were so many nice ones, and there's so many nice bowls. I would have literally bought like 100 bowls if I could, but I love this sort of design. And yeah, I gave this to Michael earlier on, and he is delighted with it, as well as his little keyring. But I think that's everything that I bought. I think so. But yeah, as you guys can see, I bought a lot, but I'm actually really happy because I love everything. And like I said, like I don't know if I'll ever be going back to Fuerteventura, because like you just don't know, and probably if I did I would go back to a different part, so like a different part of the island, so I wouldn't necessarily see these things again. So I thought, you know what, I love this, I'm just gonna get it. That sort of attitude is what I had. But anyways, that concludes the holiday vlogs. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching them. I had the most amazing time. Like my mum and dad had an incredible holiday as well, which means so much to me because that's what I was really hoping. Like I was so worried. I knew they'd have fun, but like, I don't know, I was just stressing because they'd never been abroad before, so I felt like it was my responsibility to make sure they had a good time. So I'm just so glad that they really enjoyed it, and it was just the nicest week away, and so nice to spend good like quality time with my parents because I hadn't done that in so long. And we just had so much fun and had the best time. So I hope you guys enjoyed the little bits that I filmed for the vlogs. But yeah, anyways, I am gonna do a load of washing. I've got loads of washing on right now because I'm like unpacking my suitcase and stuff and just basically tidying stuff up. And also look who's by my side. I miss my little baby. So yeah, thanks so much for watching guys, and I will see you again very soon for another vlog. Bye!